Well, here we are again, Saturday morning. Just want to thank everybody for another good week in MU 180 here at Millersville University. I'll be sending you an email, reviewing motivation to try to give you a slightly different perspective. Motivation is one of those characteristics that almost all of you had indicated that you'd like to get a better handle on and to appreciate things so you don't run out of gas during this 15-week semester. We are about 3 weeks into the semester, which is roughly about 20+%, and there's still time to get your stuff management together and to keep that going because it's part of the motivational sequence. Okay, so I started off this week by talking about this poster that captivated my attention that's called Motivation is What Gets You Started and Habit is What Keeps You Going. I'm going to give an abridged version, an abbreviated version of the information that was given in the seminar, but at the same time it should give you pause to scratch your head and have you look at motivation differently, and that's one of the goals of the seminar. Okay, so we took motivation is what gets you started, habit is what keeps you going. I said in class that part of me pictured someone at a gas station at 2 gas pumps. One was a motivational gas pump and one was a habitual gas pump. And those gas pumps had 3 characteristics. They had two different types of gas, and because of that, they each had different characteristics. So the first type of gas is motivational gas, and that was emotional in nature and is based on the fact that things are new, things are novel or interesting, and also the fact that there are unlimited possibilities involved in the initial activity. First week of class, new classes, new professors, new attitude, sometimes new friends, new roommate. It's typically very exciting for most students. Okay, it is an important part. Motivational gas is an important part because it's necessary to initiate the task. Why in the world would we want to do something unless we were excited about it? So that's a simple version. Okay. However, there is an issue with motivational gas that we have to deal with, and that is emotion is in short supply. So motivational gas typically only provides the initial push. It's what gets you started. There's only one tank. Well, what do we do now? Well, I guess the simple version is that we have to look for a different gas pump. Okay? Motivational gas is no more sufficient to keep our motivation up and to keep us going. So now we have to switch gas pumps, and now we're looking at what we call habitual gas. And unlike motivational gas, habitual gas is rooted in behaviors or habits. It is not rooted necessarily in emotion. And these behavior or habits are part of what gets us to an end goal. Those behaviors typically reflect activities and acquisitions of knowledge that get us to the end or what our goal is at that time. Okay, so habitual gas is behaviorally oriented. Habit, what habits do you have that will keep your motivation going this semester? The second one is that, like motivational gas being necessary to initiate the task, habitual gas is necessary, but necessary to keep it going to completion. Okay? It's a rather simplistic view of motivation. We talked about the fact that motivation is an extremely complex concept, but for our purposes, if we break it down into 2 simple concepts, motivation is what gets you started, habit is what keeps you going. So in essence, habitual gas or habits, good habits or good behaviors, are the refueling part of motivation. So if you want to keep motivated, all you have to do is implement and be consistent in your behaviors that lead to successful goal completion, and it's that successful goal completion that will keep our motivation going. Okay? Again, try to make this short and sweet. It works if you work it. Keep coming back. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.